A 9-minute video leaves a nation hurting, a family mourning, and communities pushing for change. Join us as we honor the life of George Floyd.
It was the talk of Towne today. For the first time, Aaron Rodgers talks about his status with the Green Bay Packers.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
Well, some dark skies across southern Wisconsin for us. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect for those northwest of the Wisconsin Dells. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Kinalte braving the elements on the weather patio. Gary?
Actually, there's no elements to brave out here. It's just cloudy. We could use the rain, and hopefully we'll get some beneficial rain, at least for some spots. But we're also watching the potential for severe weather. Right now, that appears to be highest across central and northern Wisconsin. In fact, the only warnings that are out right now are up around Medford in central Wisconsin. Here in southern Wisconsin, a little cluster of showers and thunderstorms south of Monroe are heading northeastward and will affect areas north and west of Janesville and south and east of Madison over the next hour or two. We'll keep an eye on that. Actually, it looks like a new warning is coming out north of La Crosse there for a severe thunderstorm warning. So that's where the nearest severe weather is. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 p.m. for Juneau and Adams counties and areas to the north and west. Rainfall, some areas may not get any rain at all. Other areas may get a ½ inch to an inch of rain if you get caught underneath the heavier thunderstorms. But again, we're just going to have to see exactly where those storms track. High temperatures hit the lower 80s in most areas today before the clouds started to thicken up. We've dropped back to 77 here in Madison, but dew point temperatures are in the middle 60s, so it is pretty humid, and that's what will fuel the showers and thunderstorms at least over the next few hours. So look for a low temperature of 63 by morning. The showers and storms lend after midnight, and then tomorrow will be a sunny, breezy, cooler, and less humid day with a high of 72. Even cooler weather is expected for Thursday and Friday, but hopefully we'll get some beneficial rain out of that. I'll have more details in the forecast in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Gary. A year ago today, the world watched as George Floyd's life was taken from him.
For 9 minutes, the 46-year-old Floyd would gasp for air as a Minneapolis officer knelt on the neck and back of George Floyd, ignoring his cries for help until he ultimately went silent. Millions watched the bystander video showing George Floyd's final moments. Protests and anger broke out across the country. Minneapolis experienced weeks of violent unrest with people fighting for police reform and social justice, a fight many feel has still a long way to go.
Floyd was killed outside a Cup food store on the south side of Minneapolis. The area is now known as George Floyd Square. For the past year, people have stopped by to honor Floyd and other black men killed by police. The site is a place where neighbors meet for meals to openly discuss racism and social justice reform. People stopping by the memorial today were forced to duck for cover after gunshots rang out nearby. One news crew was in the middle of a report when the shots were fired.
Comprehensive police reform just got to be careful here with some gunshots. Excuse us.
One person was taken to a nearby hospital with a gunshot wound. The shooting also damaged a barber shop near the Cup Foods. A candlelight vigil is planned for outside of this area later tonight.
And former Minneapolis officer Derek Chauvin was convicted, of course, in George Floyd's murder last month after the 3-week-long jury trial. His sentencing scheduled for a month from now. He has also filed a motion for a new trial alleging jury misconduct. 3 other Minneapolis officers also face charges. They were dismissed from the department earlier this year. The Department of Justice has since opened a probe into police practices in the city. All 50 states and the District of Columbia have now introduced some type of legislation on police reform since May 25th a year ago. Floyd's family spent today in D.C. meeting with the president and other lawmakers.
Today is the day that he set the world in a rage, and people realize what's going on in America, and we all said enough is enough.
A landmark bill in Congress called the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act passed the House in March, but does not have enough votes to advance in the Senate in its current form.
We experienced the anger caused by George Floyd's death here in southern Wisconsin. Madison saw nights of unrest shortly after his death. More than 75 businesses along State Street were damaged last May, along with the Wisconsin State Capitol. For months, pieces of plywood covered broken windows and stores remained boarded up. Gabriella Becerra shares how leaders around Madison are reflecting on this anniversary of losing George Floyd. Gabby?
Well, last summer, we saw thousands of people march up State Street and around Madison chanting justice for George. And today, 1 year later, the anger and the emotions are just as strong. People marched day and night, caravaned to the homes of city leaders and asked for substantial change. In the past year, Madison has added a new police chief, formed a civilian oversight committee, and committed to use of force policy changes. Madison community leaders like Michael Johnson say 1 year later, there's more work that needs to be done.
I would just encourage young activists to run for elected office, to raise resources, to address some of the systemic issues that we see out here, and to utilize their skills and their talent in a very constructive way that change the systemic policies that impact people who live in marginalized circumstances.
Johnson wants to see policy change, not only for our government systems, but also for nonprofits or for the profit sector. There's still a lot of emotions, including hope and optimism. Some of that coming from our new police chief. We'll hear from him at 6.
Gabby, thank you. George Floyd's death is causing individual states to update their own laws when it comes to policing. 17 states in the past year have banned or limited neck restraints and chokeholds. Before Floyd's death, only 2 had formal policies in place. We're a couple hours away from tonight's vigil up in Minneapolis. We'll share moments from the memorial tonight. Join us for News 3 Now at 10. Well, as he skips some team activities, Packer quarterback Aaron Rodgers sharing his thoughts on what's gone wrong there. His teammates also are reacting. Sports director Zach Hanley with the latest on the Rodgers-Packers saga. Zach?
Well, for the first time since the NFC Championship game, Aaron Rodgers spoke out on his riff with the Packers front office. Last night on SportsCenter, he told Kenny Mayne it's about a philosophy, character, culture, and doing things the right way. And that's pretty much it. And again, the QB1 wasn't at Green Bay's OTAs, but a lot of his teammates were, and the vibe in Lambeau is they all have their quarterbacks back and expect him to be back with the Pack.
I mean, I haven't heard him say anything other than that. You know, I expect him to be. But like I said, I'm not going to go home and, you know, cry if, you know, something else happens. I'm just playing it day by day. But of course, you want the, you know, one of the greatest, if not the greatest quarterback ever on your team. You want him out here.
As far as his head coach's thoughts on the whole thing, well, Matt LaFleur is just as optimistic, saying we're going to continue to try to work through this, and hopefully we can get him back in the building at some point.
Zach, thank you. Doctors continue to stress the importance of getting a COVID-19 vaccine. Close to 2.4 million people are fully vaccinated in Wisconsin, and almost half of the state's population has gotten at least 1 dose of the vaccine. In Dane County, 56% of residents have completed the vaccination series. 65% have gotten at least 1 dose.
The U.S. is expected to reach a major vaccine milestone today. The White House says 50% of adults will be fully vaccinated against COVID-19. That's nearly 129 million people. President Biden has said he wants 160 million adults to be fully vaccinated by the 4th of July. And just today, Moderna says its COVID-19 vaccine is safe for kids ages 12 to 17. The company plans to ask regulators to authorize the shots for emergency use in that age group. Moderna says blood tests showed its vaccine produced an immune response equal to earlier findings in adults. The company hopes the FDA will authorize its vaccine for this age group by early next month. Still to come at 5, the latest on a Madison double homicide.
More than a year after a couple was killed in the UW Arboretum, a teen admits to his role in their deaths. And ahead of this Memorial Day holiday weekend, how a local man is making sure our veterans are always remembered.
And Tuesday trading on Wall Street, the Dow falls 81.5, the Nasdaq down just 4, the S&P loses 9, and we'll be right back.
Tonight on CBS, it's a night of suspense, beginning with NCIS, followed by FBI and FBI Most Wanted. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Upgrade your kitchen and bathroom with 11% off everything at Menards. The KN Semi-Pro Kitchen Faucet from American Standard flaunts an award-winning spring coil design and essential for the modern kitchen. Update your bathroom with Menards' great selection of American Standard toilets for your home. Designed with easy cleaning and durability in mind, American Standard makes life work better. All American Standard is 11% off right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them.
your medical team. With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Oh, baby, are you going my way? I see you kicking out 4 hours a day, so baby, don't know you at all. I'm not crazy or a fiend. Not stalker and a fiend. La, how you know what I see? Let's go. Oh, okay. Got a feeling.
Monitor, check, and lock down your money with security from Chase. Control feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
My dog wants a yard.
Love it.
And another dog.
Have you looked at houses yet?
Not yet.
But that's good. I learned from Summit that it's better to start with a pre-approval anyway.
Right.
Yeah. You can decide how much you're comfortable paying each month and then back into your price range.
Oh, and start putting the difference between your rent and your future mortgage into savings.
With Summit Credit Union, you might be more ready than you think.
I think it's great. Summit helps people build confidence and knowledge to move forward. It's your money. Own it. Summit Credit Union.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Tonight at 6, Republicans end a discussion about expanding Medicaid before it even begins. And a man who has driven Reedsburg students to school for more than 50 years is saying goodbye. Hear from school officials about the impact he had.
Virtual or in person, student grades have been slipping during the pandemic. Naomi Coast digs into the data from our 5 largest districts and finds out how they plan to help your kids bounce back. Virtual impact. News 3 Now investigates tonight at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
A teenager pleaded guilty today for his role in the deaths of a Madison doctor and her husband. The couple was killed last year in the UW Arboretum. Brady Mallory is here to explain what happens next after today's plea. Brady?
Even though Elijah LaRue isn't the one who directly killed Dr. Beth Potter and Robin Kari, by pleading guilty to these charges, he's admitting to helping with the kidnapping that led to their deaths. In exchange for the state dismissing 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide, LaRue will likely testify against Curry Sanford at his trial. Sanford faces first-degree intentional homicide and is accused of Potter and Curry's death last year over a fight about COVID-19 restrictions. They're the parents of Sanford's then-girlfriend. A jogger found their bodies in a ditch at the UW Arboretum in March of 2020. Today in court, LaRue's attorney said Sanford planned the whole thing and LaRue went along with it.
He feels horrible about this. If he could take back this day in an instant, not just because he got in trouble for it, but because 2 people passed away, and he feels just terrible about that.
Right now, the terms of LaRue's sentencing are up in the air, but he could face 55 years in prison. But his attorney says they'll likely ask for a lighter sentence.
Brady, thank you. You're taking a live look right now at the Wisconsin State Capitol. Republicans quickly gaveling in and out of a special session today ordered by the governor to discuss expanding Medicaid in the state. That move was expected. Republicans in the state have long opposed expanding the Badger Care program. Democrats say their rejection means the state will lose out on $1.6 billion in federal aid, which could help with pandemic recovery. Governor Evers said he planned to reinvest some of the funds on projects Republican lawmakers support.
This special session was about finding common ground. It wasn't about Republican this or Democrat that. It was about finding a way to come together to work across the aisle to get things done.
Republicans have said they oppose the plan because low-income individuals who don't qualify for Badger Plus can get health insurance through the Affordable Care Act.
Flags are flying at half-staff tonight to honor a Korean War veteran from southern Wisconsin. John Jack Valentine was 25 years old when he went missing in 1950 when his unit was attacked by enemy forces as they attempted to withdraw from North Korea. He was declared dead 3 years later, but his remains weren't identified identified until this past March. Valentine is from Cassville. A special ceremony was held there today in his honor. A local man is helping homeless veterans with some special gear. Mac McClatchy runs Always Remembered flags out of a mobile unit. He goes to parades and other events selling T-shirts and flags, all made locally, to raise money for homeless veterans. Since working with the Community Action Coalition of South Central Wisconsin, he's been able to help 35 veterans.
Either you do it 100% or don't do it at all. My daddy brought me up that way. You know, if you're going to do something, do it 100%. My problem, I've had to work a little harder than everybody else to get to that 100%, but that's fine too. The greatest thing is I got my wife that has supported me continually.
The money that Mac raises is used to buy the essentials that veterans will need once they find secure housing. And this Memorial Day weekend, you'll be able to find Mac in Oconomowoc on Saturday at the Honor Ride celebration.
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Kinalty. Gary?
Okay, we're watching some strong to severe thunderstorms in the La Crosse area. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 p.m. north and west of the Dells, including Juneau and Adams counties. Severe thunderstorm warnings now in effect for areas north and northeast of La Crosse. In fact, this warning right here, National Weather Service also, in addition to saying that the estimated wind gusts 60 miles an hour and hail to an inch in diameter, also the possibility that a tornado could develop out of this storm. Right now, there's some weak circulation, but not enough to go with a tornado warning. And again, this storm moving eastward will be moving to areas just to the west of Juneau County over the next hour or so. Also, additional severe thunderstorm warnings into central Wisconsin. But the main severe weather threat is probably going to stay in the far northern parts of our viewing area or areas farther to the north. Also, a cluster of strong thunderstorms moving from northern Illinois into south central Wisconsin, around Monroe, Janesville, to the southeastern portion of Dane County. These are heading northeastward. Nothing severe out of these right now, but we're keeping an eye on them. They'll probably bring some heavy downpours, and the rain is more welcome than anything else. There's that severe thunderstorm watch area. This line of storms is actually two areas of thunderstorms, one to the south, one to the north, and there may be areas in between over much of our viewing area. It gets very little rain tonight. Severe weather threat highest in the northern portion of the Midwest. You can see a slight risk of severe thunderstorms north and west of Madison with a marginal risk elsewhere. Hail and high winds would be the main threats. Again, highest threats will be especially north of, say, the Dells, and then there's an outside risk that a brief tornado could develop, but that risk is much smaller than the hail and high wind threat, and even that is relatively low. The rainfall we can use, but again, you can see the spotty amounts. That northern line of thunderstorms may be bringing a ½ inch to an inch of rain. In the southern area of thunderstorms, perhaps bringing a quarter to a ½ inch of rain, and maybe locally up to an inch of rain, and then in between, some areas maybe get little or up to maybe a quarter of an inch of rain. Additional rainfall Thursday and Friday is welcome. We might see about a quarter, anywhere from a quarter to 3/4 of an inch or an inch of rain out of that. And then as we see a relatively dry Memorial Day weekend, we'll see more shower and thunderstorm chances as we head into next week. And that could bring an additional 1 to 2, maybe locally 3 inches of rain and heavier thunderstorms. That's more likely out to the west of us. So the rainfall certainly is welcome. The cloud cover that's moved into south central Wisconsin has actually cooled temperatures down a bit. Temperatures are still in the 80s to our north and to our southeast, but the dew point temperatures are highest just out to the west. But as a cold front comes through, notice how the air dries out. That'll put the end of the thunderstorm activity later on tonight and bring us a dry day for tomorrow. But cooler weather will start to move in advance of a cold front. And as that happens, we'll see our temperatures be well below normal for Thursday and Friday. Severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. for areas north and west of the Dells. Look for showers and thunderstorms at times tonight, mainly around midnight or a little bit before that. Low temperature at 63 degrees. And there could be an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm with the highest chances well northwest of Madison. For tomorrow, look for skies to be mostly sunny. It'll be breezy, cooler, and less humid. High temperature drops back to 72 degrees. Actually a pretty nice day overall. You can see on future track the scattered nature of these showers and thunderstorms. But once that cold front comes through, the skies clear out by early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, highs in the lower 70s. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, low temperatures drop into the middle 40s. And then the clouds move in, and here comes the rain for Friday, or Thursday and Friday, with high temperatures in the middle 50s early in the day on Thursday, and then falling temperatures into the upper 40s and lower 50s by late Thursday afternoon. Again, rainfall tonight, spotty. Some areas, a ½ to an inch of rain. Those will be few and far between. Many areas may see less than a quarter of an inch, and some areas may miss out on the rain altogether. Notice the cool weather for Thursday and Friday, but then temperatures start to rebound over the Memorial Day weekend. Still looking for dry conditions Saturday and Sunday. Memorial Day, a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm. Then some chances for showers and thunderstorms next week as temperatures get back up closer to normal, mainly in the middle to the upper 70s. As we take a look at first warn traffic, got problems right now on the eastbound Beltline. We have a traffic accident near Park Street blocking 2 lanes in the eastbound direction. So traffic is backing up now on the eastbound Beltline all the way back to Verona Road. Westbound delays start around Todd Drive back to around Fish Hatchery Road. Right now, 37 minutes on the commute from the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate. About a normal 16 minutes back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, it's a 26-minute commute from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990. From Middleton to Sauk City on US 12 will take you 16 minutes, and it's a quick 15 minutes from downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Just ahead, we'll check in on the ceasefire in the Middle East. Is it holding up? Plus, how the problems there are spilling over locally. That's next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Wilde Easttown Honda, lease a new all-wheel drive CR-V with sunroof for $309. That's $309 and absolutely zero due-it signing. At Wilde Easttown Honda in Madison. It's gotta be wild.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Incredible savings on Sealy mattresses during our big memorial sale now at Slumberland. Plus, come try any of our 8 memory foam queen mattresses, all for under $9.99. And get free shipping. The huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture.
It's time for new energy-efficient replacement windows from Champion. Right now, every Comfort 365 window style is 40% off. The Champion family is here to help. Get 40% off. Call now or download our free buyer's guide at getchampionwindows.com.
They say you should wait 30 minutes to swim after you eat. Nobody said anything about slurping Arby's $1 floats. Seems like a great opportunity to slurp and splash. Arby's, we have the meat.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Havish, Havish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
No one sells more. Wilde Automotive sells more SUVs and all-wheel drives combined than any other dealer. Wilde is the #1 volume SUV and all-wheel drive retailer in Southeast Wisconsin. The more we sell, the more you save. WildeAuto.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Cleanup continues along the Gaza Strip today as a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, the militant group in Gaza, remains in effect. For many of us, this deadly conflict seems like a distant reminder of deep-seated divisions based on religion. But to many people who live around Madison, there are problems right here.
And tonight we're hearing from the Jewish community leaders who tell our Christina Laurie anti-Jewish attacks are nothing new.
Jewish community members say it's rare they're physically attacked here in Madison, but they know many people, including many children, who are consistently harassed because of their religion online.
5 days into a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas.
If our community wants to say, we care, then they have to demonstrate caring.
In Madison, the hate-fueled fight continues.
Hearing someone say, it's very Jewy in here, or to somebody, let me open the Jew box.
Greg Steinberger, Hillel's executive director, says Jewish students at the University of Wisconsin have always been targeted for their religion, although certain events draw attention to that hate.
Well, I don't know if we always see it. So again, much of this is underreported, or it's a hassle to report.
Many attacks go undocumented, and they're not just happening on campus.
Too often, parents err on the side of not reporting or not encouraging their children to report because they don't want to rock the boat.
Ellen Klugman, head of Madison's Jewish Federation, says kids as young as 10 are often bullied online for being Jewish. The Anti-Defamation League found more than 1,700 tweets between May 7th and 14th use variations of the phrase Hitler was right.
We just don't know what the reason is.
Whether you're Jewish or not, Greg and Alan ask all of us.
Recognize it, to stand up against it, and to report it as soon as you possibly can.
Don't just say you care, show it.
It has to be more than see something, say something. I mean, we have to give words action.
Madison is home for roughly 5,000 Jewish people, in addition to the 5,000 students currently studying at the University of Wisconsin. In Madison, I'm Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
And you can read more about what local leaders say all of us can do to support the city's more than 5,000 Jewish community members on our website, channel3000.com/state-of-hate.
We'll get a final check on your First Warn forecast when we return.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get up to 18% of MSRP cash back on select 2021 Chevy SUV models, or get a $4,000 cash allowance on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and sonobello changed my life.
Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-315-6748 or go to sonobello.com.
Coming up here on the CBS Evening News, 1 year after the murder of George Floyd, America remembers a momentous year of protest, pain, and hope. What's changed about policing in this country? Plus, wild weather in the U.S., tornadoes in Kansas, flooding rains in Texas, the millions under storm threat tonight. And the game changer, a mysterious donor changing lives for student athletes. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News. And let's head over to Gary Canalti for a final check of the weather.
Well, we're continuing to watch some strong to severe thunderstorms well to our north and west. You can see a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 p.m. for areas north and west of the Dells. A little closer view shows some severe thunderstorms moving into parts of Clark County and also Jackson County. Severe thunderstorm warning there until 6:15. Farther to the west, severe thunderstorm warning for Buffalo and Trempealeau County. There have been a number of reports of wind damage, a mobile home flipped over, and some trees down around Arcadia from that storm. But notice the track more to the east-northeast than anything else, so it may clip just the northern portions of our viewing area. There are some showers and thunderstorms south of Madison. Right now, those are not severe. Future radar over the next 3 hours shows that line of storms weakening as it pushes into southern Wisconsin. So the severe weather threat fairly low here, but we'll keep an eye on it as we head through the evening hours.
All right, Gary, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News coming your way next. Stay tuned.